Hey, what's up guys, I'm back with another speed test. It's time to do a speed test comparison between the Samsung Galaxy A16 versus the Vivo Y29. So the Vivo Y29 is powered by Snapdragon 685 SoC with 8 GB of RAM, while Samsung A16 is powered by MediaTek Helio G99 SoC with 8 GB of RAM. So on the back we have triple cameras on the Samsung versus a dual cameras on the Vivo. So very interesting to see how both phones is gonna perform. So now let's start off with the boot up test. Let's see which one will be faster. So logos came up slightly faster on the 16, and Samsung A16 is running on Android 14. No Android 15 yet on the A16, while Vivo is running on latest Android 15 with the Fun Touch OS version 15. So the Galaxy A16, it is much faster when it comes to booting up. While Vivo now it is also done, so you can see we almost have a 2 or 3 second difference between these two devices. And let's talk about the display, and this where Vivo just not really good. Vivo has a 6.7 inch 720p plus IPS LCD display with 120 Hz refresh rate. Also we have center punch hole on the top, and the bottom chin it is also really big, nothing special. While on the other hand, Samsung has a much better looking 6.7 inch Full HD plus Super AMOLED display with 90 Hz refresh rate. Also we have a U-shaped notch in the top, and the bottom chin it is, I would say, slightly more bigger overall on the A16, but the colors looks much better on the Samsung. So guys, everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. So the first application I'm gonna launching is going to be the phone dialer. Slightly quick on the Samsung. Settings exactly the same. So let's go to the display. So you can see we have 120 Hz refresh rate on both phones. We also have auto option on the Vivo, which is not really optimized, I would say. So now check out some more applications, starting off with the Amazon shopping. So blazing fast on the Samsung, I would say, but at the end we were just slightly faster there, not a big difference obviously. And scrolling it is really smooth on both phones. I can see the difference between 90 Hz and 120 Hz. Let's open this laptop tab, and that is absolutely similar. So now check out some games application. Now let's start off with the Candy Crush Saga. Much faster on the Samsung A16, followed by the Vivo. Now let's see the pinout, faster on the Samsung. Snapchat, faster on the Samsung. Spotify, once again slightly quick on the Samsung. Subway Surfer, another game. And Subway Surfer it is open up much faster on the Samsung A16, followed by the Vivo Y29 as well. And the Snapdragon 685 it is not as fast as the Helio G99. Now let's see the Temper Run 2. And Temper Run 2 it is faster on the Samsung A16, while Vivo it is also right behind there. So the Snapdragon 685 once again is showing its weakness against the Helio G99. Let's opening up the PUBG Mobile. So Samsung is done, while Vivo it is also right behind there. Also in that game we have smooth graphics with ultra frame rate on both phones. Let's open up X, faster on the Samsung. Zedge, faster on the Samsung once again. Let's see the scrolling it is really smooth I think on the Samsung much more smoother, but not 100% and 90 Hz. Even on the Vivo it is not at 120 Hz all the time. So last one, launching the cameras on both phones. Default camera application, let's see. It's open up much faster on the Samsung. So looking at the front facing camera, so the front facing camera, it is also looks more better, I would say. Now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Chrome on the Vivo versus Samsung internet browser on the Samsung. So let's opening up the wikipedia.org, and exactly the same. Scrolling feels really smooth. Same thing is doing now. Now let's open this English tab. Absolutely similar. So next on the list is the apple.com. Apple.com, it is faster on the Samsung, followed by the Vivo Y29. Scrolling it is feels really smooth on both phones, as you can see. So now let's see RAM management. So we have 8 GB of RAM on both phones. Phone dialer still there. Settings, same result. Amazon shopping, refresh on the Vivo. Candy Crush Saga still there. Pin out, Snapchat, Spotify, Subway Surfer, refresh on the Vivo. Temper and 2 still there. PUBG still there. Open up X, Zedge. Last, back to the internet browser, as you can see. And guys, what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see, and definitely, and the Vivo Y29 is much slower as compared to the Samsung A16. Not only in system-based applications, even in games. We constantly see a 2 or 3 second difference. So in terms of the RAM wise and RAM management, it is excellent on both phones. Not a single refresh on the Samsung, but a lot of refresh that is happened on the Vivo Y29. And Vivo has a 6500 mAh of battery size with the 44-watt super fast charging, while on the Samsung we also have 5000 mAh of battery size with a 25-watt super fast charging, but no charger in the box. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Vivo Y29 versus the Samsung A16. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.